This is maybe one of the most talked about stories of the morning, and I'm going to make sure that we get all of this in. A TikTok influencer going viral for pointing out what she believes is a double standard between moms and dads. It's what she said in the video that has a lot of people talking. Listen.
He's not a hero. He's literally just a father, just a parent.
Joining us now is Chloe Sexton, the owner of Bluff Cakes Bakery in Memphis, here to discuss more of what she calls daddy privilege. Now, first of all, Chloe, I've got to tell you, I absolutely have all the love for you and every other working mom. And my mom was a single mom raising 7 kids on her own. So I get it. But saying that a dad is not a hero, he's just a father, caused a lot of people to respond. Some resonating with you, others who were like, what are you talking about? So what was your response to all of this attention?
It was definitely, it was a little bit expected, I'll be honest. It's not the first time that I've talked about issues on the imbalance of parenthood when it comes to gender specifically. But for every one person who disagrees and has ugly things to say about it, there are 10 mothers throwing their fists in the air saying, oh my God, I've been saying this all along, thank you. So I pay attention to the 10.
Right. And I can understand why a lot of moms would say, you know, there is this double standard and I work so much harder than he does. But can you just clarify for people at home who wouldn't have even used this term and used it out of their mouth, daddy privilege? What are you defining as daddy privilege?
Daddy privilege is something that if you're a father in the relationship, you're going to step into without even trying. Every little thing you do that's seen as a basic parental duty gains praise. They're an excellent father. You make a meal for your family. What would they do without you? You know, you run to the grocery store for something you don't have. Like, what an amazing father. These are things that in a, straight marriage, the woman obviously is expected to do. Nobody looks twice. And it's just kind of seen that way. Nobody's really seeing how marriages, relationships, partnerships have changed so much in the last generations that it really doesn't work that way anymore. Women carry 50%, sometimes more, of breadwinner weight in most households.
Well, I think that a lot of dads and moms have been at home more, and there are a lot of working at home dads who are pulling weight in different ways as a result of the past year and a half. Do you think that some of the negative attention or some of the conversation around your post has been about, well, wow, it's really cool to just see a dad holding a baby. It's really cool to see a dad being involved and being present, because there are a lot of families that don't have that.
I absolutely do think it's really cool to see that. And I absolutely think we should be praising those fathers. And you should be telling a father, you're doing a great job. Do you need some help? On top of that, we should be telling mothers.
Well, I would say we can absolutely say that thank you to all the moms and all the dads who are doing amazing things every single day. And personally, it's not about my opinion. I don't share my opinion on this show, but I think you are a hero. I think every working mama is a hero. I think every working daddy is a hero, because parents are what make the world go round. So thank you for raising beautiful, kind, generous children. And yeah, it is exciting to see how many people are talking about your post, I got to say.
Thank you. Yeah. Good and bad.
Right. Let's focus on the good, like you said. Chloe, it was nice to meet you, and have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to click on the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.